Welcome to Talk of the Town. I'm your host, Ellen Barrett. Thank you so much for joining us today. We have an awesome show for you, and we are starting off talking about finances, and we've got a great expert with us today. This is Alicia Navarrete. She's the CEO and president of Wisconsin Financial Services. Thank you so much for being with us today.
Thank you for having us. We're very excited to be here today.
And I know we were chatting a little bit before the show kind of about how you came to the Madison area, and it's just such a great story, and I want to share it a little bit of how and why you guys came to the Madison area.
Absolutely. Wisconsin Financial Services is a family-owned business,
Yeah.
As I explained earlier. Since the 90s, I was operating my business out of my home on a part-time basis in Waushara County. And in 2005, I followed my son to Madison because he wanted to attend
Awesome.
UW-Madison.
Sure.
And as soon as I got to Madison, I knew that dream was going to come to life. I didn't know when, I didn't know how, but I knew that it was going to happen for us.
Right.
To open our own business. And in 2009, we did. We opened up our office in DeForest. After the first tax season, we knew we had to come to Madison.
Sure.
Which is where Madison lives, or Wisconsin Financial Services lives now, on East Washington and Madison. Our location is prime for us. We're very excited to be there, and it enables us to open our business to so many different markets. And
Absolutely.
so we've done very well there. The community has embraced us, and we're very excited to be part of the community.
Well, we love having you here.
Well, thank you. Thank you so much.
And what kind of services do you guys offer?
We focus mainly on income tax preparation for individuals and businesses.
Okay.
We also offer payroll services and
Awesome.
bookkeeping services. Underneath the roof of Wisconsin Financial Services, we also own A&L Insurance Group, which is an independent insurance agency. And so we offer renters insurance, auto insurance, life insurance, business insurance, you name it. We have a company that we can place
Awesome.
consumers with.
Very cool.
We also offer tax resolution for those of us who have problems with the IRS that owe back taxes perhaps, haven't filed for many years. There's programs and that people qualify for that may not require you to pay the full amount that you owe, so we do negotiations with the IRS on behalf of consumers. So that's another service that we offer.
Wow, you guys cover a lot of ground.
We cover a lot of ground, yes.
So what should consumers know as far as changes go regarding the 2017 tax season and refunds?
Absolutely, that's a great question. There's so many things that are on the horizon right now. The main thing that consumers need to take into consideration is that those who qualify for certain credits this year will not receive a refund until at least February 15, 2017.
Okay.
There's many tax refunds that are going to be held, and it's due to the PATH Act 2015 that passed, requiring employers to submit electronically their W-2s and 1099s earlier than previous years. It's an effort for the IRS to reduce tax fraud. And so they're encouraging people to continue to file as early as possible. As soon as you have all your documentation, you should get it in file. However, your refund will be held until they can verify your actual W-2 with your employer documentation.
Okay.
So that's one of the biggest things. Documentation that's going to be required during your interview if you're going to be receiving a refund for a child that lives with you. That's another big change. You're going to need to provide proof of that. So either school records or medical records providing proof that that child actually lived in your home. It's going to reduce delays of your tax refund if you can provide that right away to your tax preparer.
Now, how about as far as employers go for the tax season and for small businesses too?
Many small businesses have contractors, so they issue 1099s. And in my field, I get people who come in March and April and start sending out 1099s. That no longer is going to cut it. The IRS is requiring all those forms to be filed electronically, and they're also requiring them to be filed with the IRS by January 31st. They are going to be implementing penalties to every employer for each form that's not filed on time, because that form is what's going to generate that refund for the consumer.
Sure.
And so if you're not turning in your forms, the consumer's not getting their refund. And so they're going to start implementing fines in an effort to reduce that.
Now, before we go, let's remind folks where you are located if they want to
Absolutely.
come see you, where they can find some more information.
Yeah, absolutely. You can find us on Facebook. You can go to our website, www.wisconsinfs.com. We are on 3557 East to Washington, next to Pedro's Mexican Restaurant on the
Wonderful.
east side of Madison.
Very cool. Again, Alicia, she's the CEO with Wisconsin Financial Services. Be sure to check them out. Thank you for being with us
Thank
today.
you so much.
And we'll be back with more Talk of the Town here on Wisconsin's 57 right after this. Welcome back to Talk of the Town. With me now, I have Emily Olson, and she's the co-owner of Talent Insurance and Financial Solutions. Thank you for being with us today.
Thank you.
And I'm excited to introduce your business to our viewers and kind of tell them all about what you do. And I want to start off with, what segments does your business service?
So we service mainly individuals, small businesses that are just getting started, and also assisting nonprofits
Awesome.
with getting their businesses started.
So a few different folks.
Yeah.
Very cool.
Yep.
And what changes are happening in your business right now?
So currently, I have my own accounting practice, and I also work with my mom part-time in her insurance and financial advising business.
Oh, cool.
And as of January 1st, we're combining our two businesses into one just because of, for many different business reasons.
Sure.
Yeah.
Awesome. So that's
Yeah.
an exciting change, though, for your customers or people who come to you guys. It's
Yes.
a one-stop shop.
Exactly.
Perfect.
Yes.
And what services do you guys offer then once you're combined?
So from an accounting perspective, do tax preparation, bookkeeping, payroll, and tax planning. And then from an insurance perspective, do Medicare planning and Medicare enrollments, health insurance enrollments, disability, life insurance, and also investment planning, retirement plans, that sort of thing.
So those are a lot of different, different things that you guys cover. And
Yep.
do you think they work together well then? And I guess what you guys cover and your knowledge?
Yes, they do. So like if a health insurance client comes in, it used to be we'd ask health questions.
Sure.
Now we ask them, what's your income?
Right.
To understand, are they going to get tax credits, and to understand where the best place is to enroll them in a plan. And also understanding, people might not understand what can they count as income that is going to help them in getting tax credits. Is there certain things that they're getting as income that don't count toward their income in that situation? Also helping somebody with Social Security planning. Is it better to take Social Security now and potentially risk taking, if they have health insurance, taking that income, but then it may decrease the amount that they can actually get for tax credits.
Right.
And then also on the Medicare side, helping people control that income so they don't have to potentially pay income-related monthly adjustments once they turn 65 and start taking Medicare Part A and Part D, or Part B and Part D.
Sure. And this
Yep.
is just such great information, because I think a lot of people feel, like how I do at times, just overwhelmed with the amount of stuff that's out there. And I always say that you can't be an expert on everything.
Nope.
So it's best to seek out the experts. And it's just such a stress relief, I think. And it sounds like you guys really take a comprehensive kind of look and
do.
approach to all those different services.
Yes.
And so, from the business perspective, at what point should a business contact a CPA to provide services?
I always say, if you're starting a business from the start, contact somebody. Just because there's so many different things that go into starting a business, from what should I be using to track my records?
Right.
How does a transaction, when I draw money from my company, how does that get recorded? Is it an income statement item versus a balance sheet item? How do I account for my assets that I'm purchasing? So there's so many different questions. And if you get off on the right foot, it's so much easier than coming back a year or two later and having to have somebody help you correct everything that you've already done.
That's what I was going to say, is it's probably going to save you a trip and a huge headache later on. So do it just right away.
Yep.
And why would you say you love what you do? You're clearly very passionate about it. And why do you love what you do?
I like helping people. I like
Yeah.
educating people. And a lot of it is, people hear about things in the news, but we can take it and look at your personal situation and say, okay, here's what you've heard. Now let's apply it to your personal situation and help them understand the pros and cons of what they're thinking about doing, and then letting them make the decision based on the information we've provided.
That's such a great point, because you see so many financial different things in the news. And then maybe it's a cause for concern for you, but you need to figure out how it applies to you, because maybe it doesn't apply to you.
Right,
And you're all worked
exactly.
up over nothing. So that's always an important aspect. And where can people come find you if they want to check out your services or learn more about you guys?
We are in the Cornerstone building in Sun Prairie. So
Awesome.
if you know where the Dean Clinic is, we are right across the street from the Dean Clinic. And it's the last Sun Prairie exit off of 151. We're right off
Perfect.
the exit.
Be sure to check them out. Again, Emily Olson, the co-owner of Talent Insurance and Financial Solutions. Thanks for being with us today.
Thank you.
Thank you, and we'll be back with more Talk of the Town right after this. Welcome back to Talk of the Town. With me now, I have Rajon Lynch, aka RJ. Thanks for being with us today. He's
thanks
with
for having
Now
me.
Serving Magic. I'm so excited to have you here today because I'm just hoping that we get to do a magic trick.
Oh yeah, I have one for you at the end.
Oh, I can't wait. So you got to stay tuned. You got to wait till the end of the show. Awesome. And so I want to start off with, what is Now Serving Magic?
Well, Now Serving Magic is a new project I'm working on. It's a 3-course meal, and in between each meal, you get to see a different magician come to your table and do close-up magic. And then I'm going to be hosting it, so you get to see some of my stage show at the beginning and at the end, and it's at Houdini's Gastropub in Appleton.
And what's the date and time for that?
That is January 29th. It's a Sunday, and it's going to be at 6 p.m.
Awesome. How
Yeah.
cool. Just the close-up part seems really fun because I've been to a magic show before, but
Yeah.
usually it's in a big, auditorium. Maybe you're further away, but to have that up close has to be just a completely different experience, I'm guessing.
Yeah, exactly. And it's a lot harder to do stuff up close because everyone can see exactly what you're doing.
So how did you get into magic?
Well, I used to do magic with my cousins when I was really young,
Yeah.
and I actually got hired to work at a performing arts camp teaching magic classes, which I knew nothing about, but I worked
Sure.
with 7 professional magicians teaching magic, and they taught me how to be a performer as opposed to someone who just does tricks.
Wow. So really, being an entertainer.
Mm-hmm.
Awesome. And it sounds like this event will definitely be entertaining.
Yeah, exactly.
So what would you say draws you to magic? Obviously, your experiences in the past kind of led you to it, but what draws you to it?
Well, I've always found that I really like to entertain people, but I can't really do anything. I can't sing and I can't dance, so I find this is a really good creative outlet for me because it can be funny, I can say what I want to say, and people pay me to be myself.
Oh, that sounds awesome.
Yeah.
I love that because I think a lot of people feel stuck in that category at times. I know me
Exactly.
personally, I can't dance. I'm not a good singer.
Oh,
I
yeah.
can sing, doesn't mean I'm good at it, but this is something that a lot of people can learn.
Yeah.
And if you practice enough, you can probably get really good at.
Exactly.
Very cool. And so where do you perform?
I perform all over Wisconsin. I've had shows in the last few weeks in Glenbula, Omro, all little towns. I also perform, I gave a TEDx talk doing magic
Awesome.
a few weeks ago, and I just do magic all over Wisconsin.
Very cool. And what inspired you to want to do something like Now Serving Magic?
Well, I have a really good friend, his name is Eric, and he lives in New York, and he does something called A Taste of Magic, which is basically this on a bigger scale. And
Sure.
I thought, why can't we have something like that in Wisconsin? So I realized that if I wanted something like that, I have to bring it here myself.
Oh, very cool. So your friend kind of inspired that idea for you.
Yeah.
Awesome. And before we do the magic trick, I want to talk about the details of the event one more time. Where can people get tickets for this?
They can get tickets by calling Houdini's Pub. The number should be up. And then you can also find the number and the address on my website, nowservingmagic.com.
And those event details one more time. When's it going to be?
It's Sunday, January 29th in 2017.
Awesome. Be sure to check them out. Now the moment
Yes.
you've all been waiting for. All right, dazzle me.
All right, I have a trick.
Awesome.
So you can select any card you want.
Oh boy. Can I go?
Yeah, you can take it. There you go. Take a look at it. You can show the camera. Don't show me.
Okay.
All right, do you got it?
Can you guys see that?
I won't
Okay.
look in the monitor.
Okay.
All right, I'll take it back. In exchange for your card, I'm going to give you one of these. Do you know what this is?
A rubber band.
Yes, it's a rubber band. Oh, these are 2 rubber bands. I'll give you this one.
Perfect.
All right, so do you know what a bloodhound is?
Yes.
Yeah, a bloodhound, they say, can track a human scent days after the human leaves the clothes or something like that. So the rubber band's going to be kind of a bloodhound. I want you to name the
Ooh.
rubber band. You can name it whatever you want.
Sparky.
Sparky the rubber band. All right, so Sparky's going to try to find your card using just the scent, okay?
Ooh.
So this would be really easy if your card is on top. Is that your card?
No.
Okay, and it's not on the bottom either?
Nope.
Okay, so Sparky's going to try to find your card from the middle of the deck. So I want you to
Ooh.
whisper the name of your card to Sparky.
Okay.
All right, good.
Good boy, Sparky.
All right, now Sparky's going to try to find your card. Whenever you say go, he'll jump into the deck to find your card. So say
Okay.
go whenever you want.
Go.
Just like that, Sparky jumps into the deck. About halfway down, you can see one card has a rubber band around it.
Oh my
I'll
gosh.
even let you take that one out. The 8 of clubs.
8 of clubs.
Yeah.
Good boy, Sparky.
There you
Good
go.
boy. I don't have a treat to give him. That is incredible.
Thank you.
I've never, and I'm sitting right here and I was watching your hands the
Yeah.
entire time and I have no idea how you did that.
It's the beauty of close-up magic.
So much fun and kind of a taste what you'll get at Houdini's Gastropub for that event, Now Serving Magic. Let's give those folks those details one more time, date and time.
It's January 29th. It's Sunday, January 29th at Houdini's Gastropub in Appleton
Awesome.
at 6 p.m.
What a great event to take your family to if you're needing a date night and you just
Exactly.
want to try something different. Wow, what an incredible experience. Awesome. Again, RJ with Now Serving Magic, thanks for being with us today.
Thank you for having me.
Thank you for being
Nice to
here.
meet you.
Nice to meet you as well. Great to have you here. And we'll be back with more Talk of the Town right after this. Welcome back to Talk of the Town. With me now, I have Jeff Burkhart, and he's the Executive Director of the Literacy Network. And you guys just moved to a new location, so I'm excited to talk about that today. Thanks for being with us.
Thank you.
Now, for folks who may not be familiar, what is the Literacy Network?
We help adults with their reading, writing, and language skills so that they can
Awesome.
support their families, so they're getting better jobs, they're connecting to their kids' schools, and connecting to the healthcare system.
What an awesome service that you offer to people, because
Thanks.
it is so important and it's just really valuable. And now in your new space, tell me about that and what you guys hope to accomplish there.
Sure. We just moved into the former Wingra Clinic, which is in South Madison at
Sure.
701 Dane Street, right on the corner of Dane and Park Streets.
Okay.
It's a much bigger space for us, and we're able to do a whole lot more. We actually are leasing out part of the space to Madison Area Urban Ministry as well.
Cool.
So it's a good collaborative building. And we're just able to do so much more. It's a real learning center. We custom built it, designed the renovation. So we're really excited about the opportunity to serve more people.
Now, I know you just mentioned space. Is that one of the big issues of why you guys needed to move?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Yeah, the biggest issue was space, of course, but also just having an appropriate learning center. Where we were before was a former cheese shop, so it was
Oh.
just really small. We did the best we could with that while we were there, but we always knew, at least at the time that I've been there, that we needed more sufficient space for our students.
Now, kind of thinking about your mission and what you guys are all about,
Mm-hmm.
what would you say are the needs and goals of adult learners in Dane County?
Well, our learners are working on getting better job skills. So a lot of our students are employed, many of them working 2 or 3 jobs, low-income jobs, low-wage
Sure.
jobs. And so getting better job skills so that they can move up, whether at their current job or at a different one, helping their kids with their homework and schoolwork, reading to their kids, supporting their families in healthcare as well. There's just so many avenues that literacy provides that is access to our community,
Absolutely.
access to the life that many of us take for granted.
And that's exactly what I was going to say. You
Mm-hmm.
took the thoughts right out of my head. Is just something that we do take for granted,
Yeah.
and you should be thankful because somebody taught you how to do that. That's not
Right.
something we come into this world knowing how to do.
Exactly.
So having people being able to get that help is just really critical and crucial. And
Yeah.
what programs do you guys offer, and in what locations if people are interested in getting involved?
Great question. We work with so many different adult learners, over 1,000 people each year in 28 different locations.
Wow.
And many of those are volunteer-led or volunteer-operated programs. And so those locations would be at various different community centers that we work with. The Lucier Community Education Center on the west side, Reach Dane, which is formerly the Dane County Parent Council in the
Okay.
Allied Drive neighborhood. Many different partnerships that we offer. We're always looking for folks to get involved in what we do, so folks can get in touch with us and learn more about how to volunteer or how to get involved in other ways.
So that volunteerism, I'm sure, like you mentioned, is a big part. If people
Absolutely.
do want to help you guys accomplish your goals.
Yes, absolutely. We work with about 800 volunteers a year.
Wow.
And so we're always looking for folks who are interested in doing something
Yeah.
with us. Yeah.
Very cool. And so if people are interested in volunteering, or maybe they're interested in getting involved and this is something they think they could benefit from, what should they do next?
Give us a call at our phone number. I think it's on the screen there.
Awesome.
And look at our website. We've got all of our volunteer opportunities listed there. I started as a volunteer myself many
Very
years
cool.
ago
Yeah.
at a literacy organization. I can honestly say it's one of the best things you can do with your time.
Awesome. Again, this is Jeff Burkhart. He's with the Literacy Network. Thank you so much for being with us today.
Thank you.
And thank you to all of our guests who joined us today, and thank you for watching. You can find us next time only on Talk of the Town on Wisconsin's 57.